Okay, 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 okay. Okay, hello, 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 Mike.
See from where I am, you're on an adventure in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in words. So show me colors, colors I need. Pictures this time. Show me food and sights and sounds. I wanna know what you find. I want colors, colors, please show me. Life ain't black and white. Let me see you on the other side of the line. Show me colors, ooh.
Alright, isang magandang araw sa inyo mga kamat learners. Ito nga pala ang inyong abot kamay na math teacher, si Sir Ash. At today ay magkakaroon tayo ng isang panibagong discussion tungkol sa ating mga estudyante para sa grade 7. And this is the second module of the quarter 2 entitled The Language of Algebra. So in this module discussion, you will learn the foundation or yung lingwahe ng algebra. Ano nga ba ang algebra? Ano bang mga dapat nating matutunan at paano natin ito matututunan para makonsider natin ang isang bagay ay under sa algebra. Now, if you could still remember, maraming klase or maraming fields ng mathematics. Isa na dyan ang algebra. At itong algebra ay isang napaka-importanting lesson sa inyong mga students kasi ito yung nagiging basis sa ating mga computation, most of our computations. Okay, so sa video na ito or sa live session na ito, malalaman ninyo kung paano natin dinidiscuss or paano natin matututunan ang algebra. Okay, let us start, my dear math learners. So ito nga pala ang inyong module, quarter 2, module 2, entitled The Language of Algebra. Of course, the same cover lang pa rin yan. And then with the same concept, there is the people behind the module as well as the title page. Okay, introductory message for the facilitator and for the learners like you. Okay, now, ano ba ang una natin matututunan dito? Of course, dito malalaman ninyo kung ano yung objectives ng module. So, the objective of this module is that you are expected to illustrate and differentiate related terms in algebra. Ano nga ba yun? Yung mga a to the n power where n is a positive integer, yung constant, yung variables, a literal coefficient, and the numerical coefficient. Meron din tayong mga algebraic expression, terms, and polynomials, as well as the number of terms, degree of the term, and the degree of the polynomial. So huwag kayong mag-alala, my dear math learners, napakadali ng lesson na ito dahil ito ay basics lamang ng algebra. Dito din matututunan ninyo paano mag-identify ng mga word or phrases na kailangan nating i-represent for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. As well as translate the English phrase, yung sa mga word problems, into a mathematical phrase para mas ma-apply natin ang ating pagsosolve or makukuha natin yung proper solution para ma-solve ang isang problem. Okay, let us continue. Of course, after the objectives, you will have your pre-test, yun yung let us try. So in this part, you can just answer what you can hear. Kung ano yung mga, baka meron kayong mga prior knowledge in terms of the definition and terms related sa algebra. And somehow, mga other parts din ng algebra. Okay, ABCD lang po ito mga ka-math learners. Okay, those are 15 questions. And next is the start of the discussion. Okay, let us study. So ano nga ba itong algebra? Algebra is defined as a branch of mathematics which generates the facts of arithmetic. Sa madaling sabi, dito natin nakikita ang mga variables, mga letters, mga numbers, mga plus, minus, mga operations na ginagamit natin sa pagsosolve ng mga problems in terms of mathematics. Okay, so what are the terms that we need to know about this branch of mathematics? Okay, unang-una dyan is the constant. No, ano nga ba itong constant? Basically, a constant is a fixed value. Yung mga natutunan nyo nung kayo ay nasa elementary, yung mga numbers like 5, 7, negative 3, mga constant yan sila. They are fixed value. Of course, kapag sinabi nating 2, kahit saan mo tingnan, 2 ay dalawa. Tama? So, therefore, kahit anong gawin mo sa 2 or paano mo man tingnan ang 2, 2 will always be 2. Dalawang 1 yan. That is 2. So that is a fixed value. Okay? Example lang yun. Now, going to the next term, that is a variable. So, ito namang variable, ito yung simbolo or letter na ginagamit natin. So, ano ba yung mga letters? Of course, yun yung mga A to Z. A, B, C, D hanggang Z. But dito sa mathematics, pinaka-common talaga na variable are the X and Y. Kaya nga tinatanong parati si Sir at si Ma'am, Ma'am, bakit ba parating si X at si Y? Ano bang meron kay X? Bakit hindi ka makamove on? Tapos tinatanong pa kung bakit. Yun yung Y. Alright. Okay. So, ngayon naman, my dear math learners, ito naman sa variable, actually, kahit ano pwede mong gamitin. A, B, hanggang Z. Ikaw bahala. Siguro, there is a term na bakit ginagamit natin parati si X and Y because X and Y, number 1, represents our axis. When we say axis, yun yung pag nag-graph tayo, meron tayong x-axis at y-axis, yung horizontal at yung vertical line. So, of course, para mas madali nating i-locate ang mga points, so ginagamit si x and y para at least mas madali siyang ma-locate doon or ma-plot doon sa graph. Okay. Next naman is somehow, sabi pa nga nila, ang mga teachers daw ay mga pirata. So, always hinahanap nila yung treasure ng learnings. Ano ba yung treasure? Di ba sa mga mapa, saan ba nakalagay parati ang treasure? And then doon lang sa may markang X. So, X marks the spot. Alright. Okay, so punta naman tayo sa next is the term. Ano nga ba itong term? Ang term naman is a constant or a variable or constants and variables multiplied together. So, for example, you have itong let's say 5x plus 2. Okay, so pag sinabing 5x, isang term na yon. So may plus 2, ang 2 naman is another term na yon. So ang mga terms ay hinahati ng plus at saka minus. So kapag meron kang nakitang isang grupo ng mga constant at variable na pinagsama pero walang plus or minus, isang term lang yon. Pag nilagyan siya ng plus 7 or plus x or plus another variable plus another constant, ibang term na naman yon. So, magiging 2 terms na. So, in terms of term, magbe-base ka lang kung ilang grupo or ilang numbers ang nakalagay or ilang variables. So, example, let's say we have 3xy. Okay, so 3xy, walang minus doon, walang plus doon. So, that is considered as one term. Pag sinabi namang 3, so one term. 3 plus y. So, since meron tayong plus, so dalawang terms na yon. 3 at saka y. Okay, I hope clear yun sa inyo, my dear math learners. Term is the combination or the constant or the variable. So, pwede siyang constant lang, pwede siyang variable lang, at pwede din siyang pagsamahin, constant at variable. Of course, kasali na doon the exponents. Okay. In terms of the constant, we have the numerical coefficient and the literal coefficient. So ano nga ba ito sila? Example, yung constant yung term natin is 3xy. So 3xy. So ano doon ang numerical coefficient? So pag sinabing numerical, from the word itself, number, so 3xy, ang numerical doon is 3. Alright. Ang literal coefficient naman from the word liter, okay? Or letter. Alright. So, ang ginagawa lang naman doon is yung letter. So, variable. So, pag sinabing 3xy, the literal coefficient is the xy. While the numerical coefficient is the 3. Okay, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Okay, at ano naman itong exponent? I'm sure alam nyo na kung ano ibig sabihin ng exponent, pero just to have a review, exponent is yung number na maliit na parang naka-superscript, kumbaga. So, if we consider, let's say, x squared or x to the power of 5, yung power doon, yun yung tinatawag nating exponent. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng exponent? Ang exponent ay minomultiply mo sa kanyang sarili. Kung ilang beses yung nakalagay na exponent, yun din yung number of times na i-multiply siya sa sarili. Example, we have 3 to the power of 10. So, mag-multiply ka ng 3 10 beses. So, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3, at times 3. Ganun lang kadali, my dear matters. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng exponent. Kapag variable naman, x to the power of 5, so 5x yun. So, x, 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 x. Alright. Next, we have the simple terms or similar terms or known as the like terms. Ito naman mga similar terms, ito yung tinatawag nila na magkapareho ng literal coefficient. Example, we have here negative 4y squared at saka 7y squared. So dahil pareho silang y squared, ibig sabihin they are what we call like terms. Regardless kung positive yan siya or negative yan siya, as long as pareho yung variables nila, y squared, then they are similar terms. Now, kapag tinanong mo naman ako, Sir Ash, how about negative 4y squared, tapos yung isa, 7y lang, walang squared. Then, we cannot say na similar terms sila. Instead, they are unlike terms. Bakit? Hindi pareho ang y squared sa y. Ulitin ko, hindi pareho ang y squared sa y. Pareho man sila ng variable, y, pero the degree is different, yung exponent different, so therefore, ang y squared, ibig sabihin, y times y. Ang y naman, y lang. So, hindi pwede. Okay? So, ganon kadali, my dear math learners. Alright. Hello, Sir Mark J. Altamero. Thank you for watching our live sessions. Alright, let's continue. Now, we go with the next term, that is the algebraic expression. Okay, ano naman itong algebraic expression? From the word itself, algebra. So, it is the combination of constants, variables, regardless kung lalagyan mo siya ng plus, minus, ikaw bahala. As long as it is an expression, so hindi needed talaga dito ang equals. Ulitin ko, hindi needed ang equals. Because kung lalagyan mo yan ng equals, ang tawag dyan, algebraic equation na yan. So hindi na expression. But algebraic equation is composed of algebraic expressions. So, ang isang equation, may mga expressions. Ibig sabihin, inequate mo na ang dalawang expression. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng equation sa expression. So, knowing about algebraic expression, it means that ito yung pinagsamang variable, constant, at saka yung mga operations in a given situation or translation. So, it is a constant, a variable, in a combination of the constants and variables. Okay? So, ganun kadali. So, ang tanong ngayon, Sir Ash, parang pareho sila ng meaning ng term. Hindi, my dear math learners. Pag sinabi natin, example, we have here. Okay, pakita lang natin sa whiteboard natin, ha? Let's say, ganito. O, tingin kayo dito sa whiteboard. Okay? So, let's say we have here, 3x squared plus 7y. Okay. So, pag sinabing ganito, my dear math learners, ito siya is one term. Ito naman, another term. One term na naman yan. Okay? Dahil hinati sila nito. Pero kung titingnan mo silang dalawa, two terms na yan. Okay? Two terms. Now, itong buong given na ito, ang tawag dyan is expression. Okay? Expression. Algebraic expression. So, the term is just one part or depende kung one term, two terms, three terms, four terms. So, ano yan siya? Separate yan siya. Pero pag sinabi nating algebraic expression, it could be composed of several terms or one term, depende sa pagkakalagay. Now, kung lalagyan mo ito ng 11 equals 11, then ang tawag na sa buong ganito is algebraic equation. Okay? Kasi ito ay isang expression at ito naman ay another expression. But they are also called terms, terms, terms. Yung buong ganito, expression. Dahil pinagsama na sila ng equal sign, equation. Okay, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Alright. So, I hope klaro yun sa inyo, ha? Okay, now let us go to our next term or next definition. Okay. Next definition is the polynomial. So, what is a polynomial? Itong polynomial, ito yung parang umbrella ng mga terms. Bakit? A polynomial is an algebraic expression where each term is a constant, a variable, or a product of a constant and a variable. So, itong sinulat ko ngayon, itong 3x squared plus 7y, or kanina, that is considered as a polynomial. Now, it is an algebraic expression. Parang ganito lang yan. Lahat ng polynomial ay algebraic expression. Pero hindi lahat ng algebraic expression ay polynomial. Okay? So, in an example of analogy, pag sinabi nating lahat ng chicken ay bird, pero hindi lahat ng bird ay chicken. Parang ganun. So, si chicken doon is the polynomial. Si bird naman is the algebraic expression. So, I hope klaro yun, my dear math learners. Okay? So, ang polynomial ay pwede mong i-categorize depende sa number of terms. Okay? So, pag sinabing one term lang, example, ganito. Okay. Pag example, ganito lang, ito lang binigay sa inyo, that is one term. Ang tawag dyan, monomial. Okay? Monomial. Pag two terms naman, ito na silang dalawa, ang tawag dyan, binomial. From the word bi means two. Okay. Pag tatlo, hindi ito tatlo ha, kasi ito lang yan, ibang expression na yan. So pag sinabi mong tatlong beses, let's example, 3x squared plus 5x minus 3, or ganyan, equal 0. So ito dito na part, this is a polynomial. Ang tawag dito na polynomial is trinomial. So pag isa lang, pag wala ito, okay, pag wala ito lang, monomial. Pag dalawa lang sila, binomial. Pag tatlo na sila, trinomial. Eh sir, what if pag marami na talaga? Ang tawag dyan, multinomial. Pero lahat sila, polynomial. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Now, question is, Sir Ash, lahat ba ng expression, polynomial? Katulad ng sabi mo kanina, yung polynomial ay parang isang manok or isang chicken. Pero hindi siya under sa bird. Bird siya, pero hindi siya buong considered as a bird, right? Because when we say algebraic expression, ito na yung bird. Yung polynomial, chicken lang, isang example ng isang bird. Okay. So when we say algebraic expression, malaki ang field nun. Lahat talaga. Pag sinabing polynomial, meron siyang rule bago siya matawag na polynomial. Ano yung mga rule na yon? Okay. Ito yung mga rules kung paano mo siya hindi tawaging polynomial. Kung na-violate niya ito ng mga rules, ibig sabihin, algebraic expression lang yan. Okay? Ulitin ko. Polynomial, lahat ng polynomial, algebraic expression. Pero hindi lahat ng algebraic expression, polynomial. Okay, dito na nagkakatalo yon. Ang algebraic expression ay hindi magiging polynomial kapag, una, ang variable merong negative exponent. Ano example nun? X to the power of negative 1, x to the power of negative 3, x to the power of negative 5, ganun. Or y to the power of negative 10. Basta yung exponent niya negative, hindi na siya polynomial. Kahit one term pa yon, kahit two terms pa yon, as long as meron kang makita na negative exponent sa variable, then that is not a polynomial. Eh Sir Ash, what if kung yung exponent na negative nandun lang sa constant, hindi siya sa variable, nandun lang siya sa number. Okay, kung if ever ganun, then hindi niya na-violate ang rule number 1, so therefore, polynomial siya. Example, let's say, pag sinabi nating 5x to the power of negative 10, pag ganito, hindi na polynomial. Okay? Hindi na yan polynomial. Pero kapag ang negative 10 nandito, 5 to the power of negative 10x, yan, polynomial pa yan. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners, para sa problem or rule number 1. Okay, next. Rule number 2. The exponent of the variable is a fraction. Okay, napakadali. Kapag ang exponent ay fraction, ibig sabihin may numerator, may denominator. Ano ba example ng fraction? 1/2, 3/4, pwede din 0.2 or decimal number. It is a rational number. Ito yung tinatawag nating rational exponents. So, kapag yung exponent mo ay rational number, then it violates the existence of being a polynomial, then ang matawag lang natin dyan ay algebraic expression. Alright, next, we have the third problem. a third rule, that is, the variable is inside the radical sign. Sir Ash, ano ba yung radical sign? Ito yon. Okay? Ganyan. Oh, ganyan ang mukha ng radical sign. Yung mga square root, okay? That is a radical sign. Okay? So, meron tayong tinatawag na square root, cube root. O, kapag yung variable mo nasa loob ng mga symbol na yon, which is the radical sign, then that is not a polynomial. Okay? It's just an algebraic expression. Okay? At panghuli sa lahat is if ang variable ay nasa denominator side. Example, 1 over x. 1 over y, 2 over y, 3 over y, ganun. So kapag yung variable o yung letter, which is the variable, nandun sa denominator side, then that is not a polynomial. Okay? So ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. So when we say algebraic expression, broad masyado yun. Kahit anong klaseng constant variable, pinagsama, plus, minus, times, divide, algebraic expression yun. Okay? As long as walang equals. Pag nilagyan ng equals, magiging equation. Pag walang equals, expression, pero hindi lahat matatawag mong polynomials. Bakit? Kasi, if ever na-violate niya itong mga rules na ito, itong negative integer sa variable as an exponent, fraction as an exponent, regardless kung positive or negative, basta fraction ng exponent, hindi na polynomial yon. At yung variable nasa radical sign or yung variable nasa denominator side, then that is not a polynomial. Instead, it's just an algebraic expression. Okay, next term. I hope nakuha nyo yon, my dear math learners. Now, going to the next term, we have the word degree. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng degree? Napakadali lamang, my dear math learners, ng degree. Degree is the highest exponent. Ulitin ko. Degree is the highest exponent. Example, we have here 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 10. So, dito sa given na ito, alright, itong exponent na to the power of 3, yun yung pinakamalaking exponent. So, if that is the case, okay, palakihin ko lang konti, o yan. So, if that is the case, alright, then we can say that the degree is 3. Okay, ito na may example number 2. Hindi siya naka-arrange. 20y plus 8y squared minus 3y. Ano yung highest exponent? Yung maliit na parang nakalitaw na number. Okay, so as you can see, that is 2. So the degree is 2. Well, question, Sir Ash, what if wala? Hindi namin makita. Depende. Kung merong variable, then the degree is 1. Pero kung walang variable, number lang, then the degree is 0. Okay? Ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Alright. Now, continuation. For a polynomial with more than one variable. O ito. Sir Ash, paano pag maraming variables? X, Y squared. Yan. Okay. Look at each term and add the exponent of each variable in it. Ulitin ko. Look at each term. Titingnan mo kada term. And i-add mo yung exponent of each variable in it. The largest sum is the degree of the polynomial. Example. Alright, example. Ito, tingnan natin. Alright, ito, dito. Okay. 5xy squared minus 8x squared y cubed plus 7x minus 8y squared plus 7. Okay. So, dito na part, xy squared, ang degree niyan, 3. Bakit 3? Because yung x may exponent na 1, yung y squared may exponent na 2. So, 1 plus 2, that is 3. Alright. So, kaya siya naging 3. Okay. So, yan ang pagkaka-explain. Then, we have here, negative 8x squared y cubed. So, ang x, 2. Ang y cubed, 3. So, i-add mo silang dalawa. 2 plus 3, that is 5. So, mas malaki pa siya kaysa sa first term. So, ito yung winner. How about this part? 7x. Of course, 7x, the degree is 1. Ito naman, negative 8y squared. The degree is 2. So, hindi pa natatalo yung 5. Ito naman, 7. Anong degree nito? Walang variable. So, considered 0. Okay? So, yan ang ibig sabihin. So, ano ang degree ng buong polynomial na ito? Okay. So, the degree of this one is 5. So, as you can see, therefore, the degree of the given polynomial is 5. Okay? So, I hope, my dear math learners, napaka dali yung intindihin. Okay? So, I hope nakuha niyo yun. Alright. So, let us continue. Now, we have here the type of polynomials according to its degree. Okay. Ito yung mga polynomial. According to the degree, ha? Hindi according to the terms. Pag according to the terms, monomial, 1 term, 2 term, binomial, 3 terms, trinomial, 4 and more terms, multinomial. Lahat na yun sila under polynomial pa rin. So, ito naman, types of polynomial according to its degree. So, we have, kapag ang degree niya, the highest degree is 0, then that is a constant. Pag highest degree niya is 1, that is linear. Pag highest degree is 2, quadratic. Pag the degree is 3, cubic. Pag 4, quartic. And pag 5, quintic. Okay? Quartic pag 4, quintic pag 5. Be careful with the spelling, my dear math learners. Alright. Now, let us continue. Now, we have here the types of polynomial according to the number of terms. So, ito yun ang sinabi ko kanina. The monomial, the binomial, and the trinomial. And we also have the multinomial is being used to refer point with 2 or more terms. But somehow other books tells this as 4 or more terms. Kasi specific kasi pag binomial, dalawa lang. Pag tatlo, trinomial. Kaya pag dumami pa doon, multinomials na yun sila. Pero anyway, since in this part, sinabi na multinomial refers to 2 or more terms, then let's consider to take also this definition. Okay, my dear math learners? Alright. Now, let us continue. Okay. Now, we have here the standard form. Ano ba tong standard form? Basically, standard form ang tawag kapag ang isang polynomial ay naka-arrange from the highest degree down to the lowest degree. Example, we have here kanina. Okay, nakita natin kanina. Ito. This is in a standard form. Bakit? Una sinulat ang term na 4x cubed, which is the highest term. Second is the second na term, which is the x squared. And then the next term is the linear. And then this is the constant. So, it is arranged from the highest degree down to the lowest. Therefore, we can say that this is in a standard form. Okay? So, ganun lang ang ibig sabihin ng standard form. It is arranged in the descending order from the highest degree down to the lowest degree. Okay. Then, we also have the leading term. Of course, kapag nasulat mo na in a standard form ang isang polynomial or algebraic expression, the first term that you see is known as the leading term. The leading term has the leading coefficient. Okay, ulitin ko. Yung pagka-arrange mo, na-arrange mo na sila, standard form na yon. Yung first term na makita mo doon, ang tawag doon is the leading term. Sa leading term, yung number na makikita mo doon, yung katabi ng variable, yun yung tinatawag na leading coefficient. Okay, so example yan, ganito. So we have here the 5x. Okay, ito ha, hindi ito naka-arrange. 5x plus 3x cubed minus 6 plus 2x squared. As you can see, di naka-arrange. Bakit? The highest degree is the 3x cubed, right? Or the term with the 3x cubed or with the cube. So, ngayon, pag i-arrange mo na ito into standard form, magiging 3x cubed, ito. Okay, then yung x squared, then yung x lang, then yung walang x. Okay? So, arrange na ito sila in the standard form. Now, itong first term na nakikita nyo, ang tawag dito is the leading term. Okay? Ang tawag dito, leading term. Ang leading coefficient dito ay itong 3, yung katabi ng variable. Okay? Ulitin ko, yung katabi ng variable. Now, question. Sir Ash, what if walang katabi? Wala kami nakitang katabi. Di understood, 1 yun siya. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali. Pero kapag merong sign na negative x, ganun, negative x cube, so, ibig sabihin nun, negative 1 ang leading term. Pero pag diretso lang x cube, walang number na makikita, understood, meron yung invisible 1. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali para malaman ang leading term. Leading coefficient pala, sorry. Leading coefficient. Because leading coefficient is always a number, leading term is the combination of the number and the variable with the highest exponent. Alright. Next, we have here the different ways in expressing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. So, this table shows the terms pag meron tayong narinig na mga statements, tapos ito yung mga terms na ibig sabihin yan, nag-a-add tayo, nagma-minus tayo, nagma-multiply tayo, nag-divide tayo. Okay, nakuha? Alright. So, ano yung mga terms sa addition? Addition, na word, plus the sum of, more than, ulitin ko, more than, hindi is more than, ha? Kasi pag merong is more than, iba na yon. So, more than, increase by, total, added to. Okay. Subtraction naman. Subtraction, difference of, less, decrease by, subtracted from, subtracted to, kasali na dyan, diminish by, minus, reduce, less than. Okay? Less than, ha? Hindi is less than, kasi iba din yun. Magiging inequality yun kapag merong is less than. Okay, so less than lang. Sa multiplication naman, multiplied by, product of twice, 2 times, thrice, 3 times, ganun, okay? And for the division, we have division, the quotient of, divided by, and the ratio of. So be careful with these terms because these terms will let you understand what kind of operations to be used. Okay. So we have here some examples. Now, example is 2 plus x. So paano ba siya i-phrase? So pag gagawing phrase natin ito, the sum of 2 and x. Okay? Or the sum of 2 and a number x. Ganyan. The total of 2 and a number x. Or 2 increased by a number of x. Or a number x. So, ganyan ang mga translation yan. Subtraction naman, 12 minus 5. The difference of 12 and 5. Simple. Pwede din 12 decreased by 5. Or pwede din 12 less 5. Pwede din 12 is subtracted to 5. Or 5 is subtracted from 12. Pwede din yan. Alright. Next, we have here 3x. So, thrice a number x. Pwede ganun. Or 3 multiplied to a number x. Pwede din the product of 3 and a number x. 3x. Alright. Division. X divided by 15. The quotient of number x and 15. So, be careful kasi kung ano yung unang sinabi, yun yung una isusulat. Except lang sa subtracted from. Kasi pag subtracted from, una sinusulat yung second term na sinabi. Okay. So, dito, the quotient of a number x and 15. So, x divided by 15. A number x divided by 15. Okay? And pwede the ratio of a number x and 15. So, pansinin nyo, una sinabi ang x bago si 15. Para ma-follow ang rule na x over 15 or x divided by 15. Because x divided by 15 and x minus 50, x divided by 15 and x and 15 divided by x, they are two different rule. Okay, my dear math learners, I hope klaro tayo doon. Alright. So, let's continue. We have here translation. Okay, ito naman. Paano pag may mga equals, mga sentences na? Okay. So, pag sinabing sentences na, it could be an equation or an inequality. Pag sinabing equation, ito, gumagamit talaga ng equals. So, ano yung mga term na dapat nating i-observe para, ito, equals ito. Okay, so, pag mayroong mga words na equals, is equal to, or basically, is. Alright. So, ganon. Example later, I will be giving. Okay, next is the other symbols like the less than, the greater than, the less than or equal to, and the greater than or equal to. So, if less than is less than, ulitin ko, is less than, hindi less than lang. Kasi kung less than lang, pwede nating ilagay yun siya sa subtraction. Pero pag is less than, ito yung symbol. Okay? Now, we have here is greater than. So, ganyan din ang table. Ganyan din ang symbol. Pero pag greater than, 5 greater than 2. So, meaning nun, 5 plus 2. Pero 5 is greater than 2, then 5, then ito na symbol, then 2. Alright? So, ganun ang pagkakaiba. So, we have here also the less than or equal to or known as at most. And we have here the greater than or equal to known as at least. Okay. So, here are other examples. So, we have, ano ba to? The difference between 5 and 2 is 3. So, difference of between 5 and 2. So, 5 minus 2. Dahil sinabi is 3, so equals 3. Okay? So, 5 minus 2 equals 3. Okay. Next, the sum of 5 and twice y is less than 18. Oh, hello, Sir Module Legend GU. Nice to see you here in our discussion. Okay, continue tayo. The sum of 5. So, sum, it is the combination, addition yan. 5, okay? Plus twice y. So, twice y is 2y. So, 5 plus 2y is less than. O, dahil sinabing is less than, so yung inequality symbol na is less than and then 18. So, yan ang magiging mukha niya. Okay? Napakadali, my dear math learners. Okay, how about this one? 10 more than a number, d is greater than 21. So, 10, 10, more than, plus, a number d, d is greater than yung inequality symbol, and then 21. So, d plus 10 is greater than 21. Next, we have the quotient of 25 and a number z. So, 25 divided by z or 25 over z is greater than or equal to. So, yung symbol na greater than or equal to, and then 5. Sobrang dali, right? Next, we have the last example, the product of 9 and a number y. The product of 9, okay, and a number y. So, 9y. The product of 9 and a number y is less than. So, yung inequality symbol na naman, or equal, so with the dash, or ano sa baba, so is less than or equal, tapos 36. So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners, ang pagta-translate. So, what we did here is we just translated all the mathematical phrases into symbols and vice versa, as well as know the definition of the basic terms that we use in algebra. Okay, so ito naman, my dear math learners, kayo na ang gagawa nito kung paano siya sagutin. Alright, i-complete ninyo ang table. So, just an idea, I'll give you the first one as a bonus, okay? So, of course, para at least matuto din kayo sa iba. Now, we have here 3xyz squared plus 8. Ano bang variable dito? So, ano yung mga letters dito? X, Y, Z. Constant. We have the 3 and we have the 8. Question, kasali ba si 2? Hindi. Bakit? Kasi si 2 ay exponent. Alright. So, 3 at saka 8 lang sa constant. Numerical coefficient. So, we have here 3. Okay. Literal coefficient. X, Y, Z squared. Okay. Then, question, is it a monomial, a binomial, or a trinomial? Okay. So, since these are two terms separated by the plus, then this is called as binomial. Alright. Okay. So, hopefully, kaya nyo nang sagutin ang dalawang remaining problems dito. I'm sure madali lang ito, my dear math learners. Basta remember, variable is the letter. Constant is the fixed number. Numerical coefficient is the number that is beside the letter. The literal coefficient is, of course, the letter beside the numerical coefficient. And finally, the type of polynomial based on terms is based on how many terms given. So, 1 term monomial, 2 terms binomial, and 3 terms trinomial. Alright! Now, let us go to the next. O ito, matching. Hindi unggoy. Matching type ito. So, we have here the column A, which is the phrases. Which are the phrases. We have the column B, which are the symbols. So, how do we do this one? So, we have here 1 to 10. So, for bonus, I'll just give you the 1 to 5. Alright? So, the difference of 8 and M. Difference. So, minus yun. 8 minus M. Alright. Next, we have exceeds R by 20. So, when we say exceeds, it adds. So, R plus 20. Alright. Next, we have here 5 more than T. So, 5 more than. More than ang sinabi, plus tayo dyan. So, 5 plus T or T plus 5. Pwedeng baliktarin yan siya. We have 9 take away D. So, we have take away, kuha yon minus. So, 9 minus D. Alright. And finally, we have 100 less F. So, less is minus. So, 100 pala ito. Alright. So, 1,000 less F. So, this is 1,000 minus F. Alright. So, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Kayo na ang bahala sa 6 to 10. Alright. Okay, so now let us go to let us practice more. So ito naman, okay, so let's try to answer one given. So we have here 3x plus 4x cubed minus 7. Okay, what are the variables? Of course, isang letter lang sinabi dito, and that is x. Constant term. So the constant term here is the number without the variable, and that is negative 7. Okay, standard form. I-arrange natin siya from the highest exponent down to the lowest. So we have 4x cubed plus 3x minus 7. Okay, leading term. That is the 4x cubed. Okay, the leading coefficient. Of course, sa 4x cubed, ang number doon is 4. So 4 is the leading coefficient. Numerical coefficient, the same coefficients. That is, those are 4 and 3. Hindi kasali si 7. Okay? So, next is the literal coefficient. So, when we say literal coefficient, those are the letters. So, we have x and x cubed. The degree, what is the highest degree? We have 3. And then, what type of polynomial according to the degree? Since this is 3, the degree is 3, then we can say that is cubic. Okay, cubic. And finally, we have type of polynomials according to a number of terms. So, since these are 3 terms, that is what we call, ano? Alright, trinomial. Okay, ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. So, kayo na bahala sa next exercises nito para at least meron ding way para mas matuto kayo. Remember this, my dear math learners, in order for you to learn something, you must do it frequently. So, mastery. So, remember, when you were still in elementary, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Hanggang tumanda kayo, hindi na yan nabago, and we all know that that is inculcated to our minds because it is being applied to each our lives, or yun nga, application to our lives na usually or consistently, frequently, kaya hindi na natin nakakalimutan. So basically, if ever you wanted to learn more about algebra, then you need to practice more and more, my dear math learners. Alright. Okay, let us continue. Or now, ito na yun, mga things to remember. So we have the constants, those are the fixed values. Variable, those are the letters from A to Z. The term is the combination of a constant, the variable, or both. It has the numerical coefficient and the literal coefficient. The numerical coefficient is the number. The literal coefficient are the letters or the letter. Exponent is the number that expresses the degree or the number in which it has a base. So, pag sinabing 5 to the power of, ang base is 5, yung power is the exponent. We have the algebraic expression. That is the combination, the group of terms separated by a plus or a minus sign. Similar terms, those are terms with the same variables. Meaning, the same, ano talaga, not just letter, but the same variables and degree. Okay? We have here the polynomial. A polynomial is an algebraic expression. Under siya sa algebraic expression in which it has a term, a constant, and a variable. But always remember, follow the 4 rules na dapat hindi niya ma-violate yun. The negative exponent, the variable inside the radical sign, the variable in the denominator sign, as well as the variable with a fraction. Okay, next. We have the degree. The degree is the highest exponent. And there we have the types of polynomials, the monomial, binomial, trinomial, multinomial, monomial 1 term, binomial 2 terms, trinomial 3 terms, multinomial in this module 2 or more terms. All right. Next, polynomials according to its degree, constant 0 degree, linear 1 degree, quadratic to the second degree, cubic to the third degree, quartic to the fourth, quintic to the fifth degree. And phrases like this, you just read this one. And we have some symbols for the sentences. We have the equals, the is less than, is greater than, is less than or equal to, or at most. And we have is greater than or equal to, or at least. Okay, so here in this part, we have the let us assess, and this is part of your grades, or I think the summative test for this kind of module. So I'm sure after what we have discussed right now, you can now answer this with flying colors, and I'm sure you will have a high grade or high scores for this one. Okay? So if ever may nakalimutan ka, pwede mong balikan ang ating discussion. Okay, so 15 pa rin yan. And then after that, we have here the let us enhance. Translate the mathematical sentence 2 times the quantity x minus 3 is equal to 8 in at least 2 ways. Okay, pwede yan siya. So remember, the use of quantity or the parenthesis, this is known as multiplication. So kayo na bahala dyan. Okay? I'm sure marami kayong ma-form na words dito. Okay? Basta, pwede na yan. Ito lang pwede ko masabi sa inyo. The last part of the term that you can do for this mathematical sentence is 8. Is 8. Blah, 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 blah is 8. Blah, 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 blah is 8. Okay. Alright. So, ganun lang kadali, my dear matter. Next is the reflection. So, what have you, or what are the skills you acquired in this module? Sulat nyo lang dito para at least ma-share ninyo sa mga classmates ninyo or teachers ninyo para at least alam ni teacher kung ano pa ang pwede niyang i-impart o mag-deepening pa ba siya or mag-enhancement pa ba siya or kailangan niya ba ng remedial classes for you guys. Okay? And hindi ko na ipapakita ang answer key, of course. Okay, so my dear math learners, if you do have some questions, do not hesitate to put it in our comment section. I'm sure after this live session, this chat box here will be translated into comments. Okay? So, feel free to reach out in our channel kung meron kayong mga tanong, and it always be my pleasure to teach you, my dear math learners, because it is my advocacy to reach more students and to help them eliminate their confusions, their misunderstandings, and their difficulty in learning mathematics. So ito pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na math teacher, YouTube edu creator, si Sir Ash. Thank you so much. God bless. And kapag bago ka pa sa channel na ito, huwag mong kalimutan na i-click ang subscribe button. And para mas marami pa tayong ma-engage na mga students or ma-reach out ng mga students, isali mo na din ang like button. Maraming salamat, ingat parati, at lagi niyong tatandaan, masarap matuto ng mathematics kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. God bless, take care, and keep safe always.